Come, I think they got me. They must have pulled Dad with a phone over and got him. Man, I was just talking politics. So we're gonna get into let me bring y'all in just a little bit closer. A little bit closer. The best part about tonight is I don't need a refresher. I don't need a reminder. I ain't got to call nobody up and say, hey, bring me up to date on the Patrick Frazee case. It's crazy. This time last year, what is today? The 28th? Hers is on the 28th, so this is 27th. This time last year, this is 7 days. This is 6 days. Count them, 6 days. I got you covered. So we're 2 months in and 6 days. 2 months, 6 days. They just arrested Patrick Frazee on December 21st. So 6 days and a chunk of change. December 21st, this January 28th. A month and 6 days, you know what I'm saying? They arrested him. So calm down. I had an appointment today for YouTube that I was late to. Maybe one of the first YouTubes that I've been late to in a minute. And I haven't been late to a YouTube in a minute. There's only two things that you don't even have to have any talent in life to be on time to things. Y'all like this hat? Y'all know my beautiful wife made this, right? Miss Underground. This is a Miss Underground special. She don't want me to get me shot. Put that orange in there. So tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Woo! Tomorrow. You know what's funny? My wife is stoked for tomorrow. She's like, KK gets sentenced tomorrow. I was like, baby, calm down. There's a little too much excitement in your voice there. You got to calm down. She was like, I was like, I'm the only one that can obsess over this case. And so, declude, blah, 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 blah. But we know you don't like being late for. I hate being late. I hate it. But let me tell you what I'd be late for. So I had this private meeting today at a place. It was private. It was just me, my wife, and let's say a couple of counsel. Can I say a couple of counsel? Like when I say a couple of counsel, I mean people who are older. Maybe I don't think the wife is much older. I think he's doing good for himself. But a couple to give me and Nikki some counsel. And some counsel we needed. Some of you on Dad with the Phone may know this. Most of you are just crime junkies. We may have some locals on Dad with the Phone tonight. I'm running for city council in Woodland Park, and today was the deadline to get your petition in and get verified from the city to get your name on the ballot. And so I got my petition in way early, and getting the signatures is that's the easiest thing you can do when it comes to this. The signatures are the easy part. Actually being on council and committing to your town and committing to the local development of your town, that's like there's a commitment there. There's only one place that's going to suffer if I get elected. I can promise you that. And I'm talking to him right here. You guys are probably going to suffer a little bit because I'm going to have to be more strategic and more planned because I'm going to have other obligations. Especially, I'm adding some obligations, right? So I'm taking on a responsibility as a council member in the town that I live in, which means I'm then going to have to give up a little bit of some time. My family's not going to lose time with me. So, shit, my other family is going to lose time. And so there you go. So I was talking with some counsel about election processes, what's coming up this year. And I was just encouraged. I'm just encouraged. Can I tell you that I'm encouraged tonight? So being encouraged, I'm going to be energized to go over this Patrick Frazee case with you guys. If you are just joining Dad with a Phone tonight, there are a lot of people that covered the Patrick Frazee case. There are very few that covered the Patrick Frazee case in the way that I did. And when I say Patrick Frazee, I want to say Patrick Frazee, Krystal Lee Kinney. I want to say when we talk about the murder of Kelsey Berreth, we want to talk about these two as equals, okay? They were equal conspirators in the murder of Kelsey Berreth. Did y'all have fun at dance? You're looking beautiful with your bun. No bun for you tonight?
Well, so it was major recital stuff.
Major recital?
No, made with.
Oh, made with recital
Ella
stuff.
had ballet. I only had tap and jazz. And there's a difference between ballet, tap and jazz, and contemporary.
Gotcha.
In case you're wondering.
Just in case you're wondering, there's a difference between tap and
Ella's
jazz,
first class today was
ballet.
and she did danced and dressed appropriately.
Yeah, and I
She's
had
the prettiest girl in that class.
I don't want-
So basic.
no live video right now.
I have a laser on that almost looks like Murray
Right.
Skills.
Awesome. All right, y'all head to not in here, so y'all don't. Cool. Boom. Interrupted by my ladies. Interrupted by my ladies. What? I know. I did, beautiful. It's all right. Y'all are fine. I was already late. So at this point, you're right. I asked. I love my little girls. Speaking of little girls, I'm filing stuff. Oh man. I don't even care. I was already late to this live. If you're going to stick around and listen, I was just telling you how excited my wife was for tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, this afternoon, we were she's doing a little KK dance over there. And so tomorrow morning, Krystal Lee Kinney, the co-conspirator.
Ladies and gents. What? Has it not been 2 months? 2 or 3 whole months since we were pissed about KK being free, having her holiday. Yes or no?
Nikki's mad she had Christmas. She shouldn't have got Christmas.
Can you believe that we're already to January, what day?
Everybody was all
28th, 29th.
Mommy,
We're already to the day.
okay?
Nikki's over here saying,
All I'm saying is I wrote this on my calendar months ago, and I was mad before the holidays that this was happening. That boom, she was like on a rodeo last year, 2018, 2019, she's still free. And now it's already been 2 months-ish, and we're here. Right now, what do you think she's doing tonight?
I bet
Grabbing
you
her
think
pants.
she's
Is
at the
she
country
rich?
lodge?
Yeah, we're-
You think she's in Cripple Creek? You think
It's
she's
like
at the
been 2
country
months.
lodge?
Like, you're pissed
She's
before the
at
holidays.
maybe she's at
that she was
Airbnb.
free.
Did Sarah get an Airbnb today from a blonde? I wonder how crazy would it be if she ended up at one of these Airbnbs behind us? Hey, quit trying to get up in the live, girl.
Go eat
All
your
right.
food, child.
I just need to
Okay.
They ever don't give us straws. I know what we should do.
Welcome to Dad with a Phone
The other ones that we already use.
and a
I have
family
silicone
and some
straws.
children
Those colorful straws
and a beautiful wife.
are to be reused.
But y'all see who's excited about this?
We're reusing straws over here, but we are worried about KK. Slightly.
You're a little excited.
Hey, I caught her on camera. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I was very pumped that I caught her on camera a few months ago. And we were all pissed that she had the holidays ahead of her. And now we're boom, end of January.
So what
Yes
is
or
your,
no?
do you think she's going to, okay. I know what
I know where I'm going to park.
What if you get pulled over on the way there?
Mom, where's my Sprite?
We'll go. I don't know.
'Cause I heard you say
I did order Sprite. Ask your sis.
Where are we
I
going to
think we
eat
should leave
breakfast
early.
tomorrow?
I'm not telling.
You're not telling?
I'm
I'm not telling.
trying to get there. My
Um,
plan.
so,
She best go behind bars for sure.
okay. Yeah. So here's the deal.
So now we're post.
There is a chance. There is a chance. So there is a chance that even if she is sentenced to prison time, first of all, you need to understand, even if she is sentenced to prison time, she still may get a appearance date where she'll be like, they'll say, you have to appear at the county jail by this date. They may not take her in custody right away. There is a possibility.
Sentence her and tell us what they're gonna do with her.
Yes.
Yes or no?
There is a possibility that if they do sentence her to prison time, if they say you're going to jail for 1.5 years, they could take her into custody. She could have come in as a woman not in cuffs, and she could be leaving in cuffs.
I'm trying to get her coming in, not in cuffs.
And leaving in cuffs?
I'm not sure how she's gonna leave. I'm not sure I can nail that down. But I saw her game plan last time. Some trying.
So they're going to probably have some expert witnesses there to talk about domestic violence and being in a domestic violent relationship and how she was pressured into this. This is a 2-hour hearing because they're also going to have character witnesses for Krystal Lee.
What are you doing?
And so there's going to be character witnesses there that will testify as to why she shouldn't have the aggravated charge added. So that is one thing that'll happen tomorrow. It's a 2-hour hearing. So that's the minimum it could go. It could go longer. Did you bring your water? No cell phones allowed.
Yeah.
No cameras,
Not
no
surprised,
recordings.
No surprise.
They'll leave that shit in the car
Okay.
because you don't want them to take it and then be able to search it. So you just leave it in the car. They
Okay.
can't even blame you.
Notebook. Pen.
You can have a notebook and
pen
pen.
and paper.
I got plenty of Broadmoor pens. Hashtag Broadmoor pens. What else you need?
Gel pen.
Gel pen. It's a great
Are they
pen.
gel pens?
Oh, but you can have 2 of them. 2 of them.
Blue or black?
So there's a lot of written rules on the decorum, but we're going to get into the what can they charge her with? What did she do?
Mom,
Your princesses are calling you.
Mom, can you help me find my Sprite?
Yeah, see, that was brilliant. Let me. Nikki does make a great co-host. Nikki is a sexy co-host. She'll always co-host with me. Oh, my girls just call me. They just heard me call their mama sexy. You have a sexy mama, Ella?
Yeah. She's actually for sassy sometimes.
She a little sassy too.
Mom, I need your help find my friend.
I understand. I understand you're gonna die without a Sprite.
Oh, you're going to go look if she left in the car. Okay.
Go to your room.
I won't. Until I
Yeah. Take the other stuff.
I won't until I get asked.
Y'all thought y'all came to a true crime. This is true reality with Dad with a phone. Oh my goodness, my life. I got home late. This is what happens when you go late. See, I would have been going for an hour had I been here on time, but I started talking politics. And when you start talking
Blame me.
politics in town,
Not me.
I said politics. History politics. Man, I learned a lot tonight. What should she have prevented but didn't and then participate? Oh, so no, here's the thing. Here's a couple of things. Let's go over some stuff that KK did. Let's go over some stuff. I had some stuff pulled up before I was going to go straight late on you guys. There's a lot of things that KK did that people don't know about, that people don't understand. And so we'll look at some things that KK 100% did, like 100% was a part of. she could have prevented this. We know on January 21st that some friends of KK went on a local news station up in Idaho and said Krystal Lee Kinney had confided in them that her boyfriend had asked her to help murder Kelsey. This is what she did. We know this happened. She talked to her friends. They did whole news articles about it. They did a little Daylight special. They did Inside Edition special. They knew what was happening. And so the idea that this thing was a domestic situation, this is just how they're going to argue. They're going to argue this. The problem is this, and I don't know how to stress this so much. And I know that you're not going to be happy with the outcome. Krystal Lee Kinney was charged with 1 count of tampering with evidence relating to a cell phone. This is what she was charged with. What she was charged with is much different than what she actually did. And so you got to understand that tomorrow's sentencing is not going to satisfy justice for anyone. No one's going to sit back and understand and know what Krystal Lee Kinney did and then look at tomorrow and go, oh, she got what she deserved. There's no outcome from tomorrow that we're going to sit and have a conversation. By the way, I've got a podcast scheduled with another co-host applicant. And so you're not going to want to miss tomorrow night, because tomorrow night it's going to be after sentencing. So you know we're going to dig into some craziness with this and what happened at sentencing, and we'll get into that. So what Krystal Lee Kinney's being charged with, it has no bearing on what she actually did. All right? There's no argument. There's no discussion to be had. This woman committed murder. She committed murder. Kelsey Berreth's mother said it best. She's as guilty as Patrick Frazee. She just didn't swing the bat. So you have to understand, she came down here on multiple occasions to kill Kelsey Berreth. One, she admittedly came down to give her poison coffee. She admittedly came down here in a solicitation charge that she came down, and she literally drove from Idaho 14 hours, got here and decided she wasn't going to do it, drove back. Drove, came down again, decided she wasn't going to do it, drove back. Drove, decided she wasn't going to do it, came back. Drove again, helped clean up a murder. Or did she? See, the official statement from everyone is that Kelsey was killed on or about or around this time. They really don't know what happened to Kelsey between Thanksgiving and December 1st. Now, between Thanksgiving and December 1st, a lot of things could happen. A lot of things could go on. All right? They didn't really announce it till January 10th. So they knew some things were happening. They had some things and some suspicions, and they were looking into things. It wasn't just blindly they had 20 some odd days or whatever. There was some investigation going on. We find this out in court. If you didn't go to court with us, good luck with that shit. Go try to find the live videos that I've done about the Patrick Frazee case over the last year. There's hundreds of them, hundreds. Over the last year, you see my wife, right? You guys see me talk about this stuff all the time, but that was not pretend excitement. So like the pretend excitement, because Nikki has lived this case. Nikki sat in one of the very few that I was I actually was called a witness in. They were going to kick me out of the courtroom that day and called me a witness in there, made me a witness in the courtroom. They literally, strategically, this wasn't a pretend. Okay, so I don't want to. Oh God, I just gave up something. So we have information regarding my arrest that they had to arrest me and get me in jail. They had to get me in jail with Patrick Frazee so that they could label me a witness. If they could put me in the same room, no matter if I talked about it or didn't talk about it, they were going to be able to label me a witness and keep me out of certain hearings when it came to the Patrick Frazee case. That, my friends, is how close I was to the Patrick Frazee case. A lot of you don't understand this. I spent the night in jail with Patrick Frazee, and they used that strategically. They had to put me in jail with Patrick Frazee to keep me out of the case. Oh, I can't wait till the information comes out and I can talk more about it. Other than that, that's how close I was to this case. And Nikki was just as close, because when I couldn't be in the courtroom, I just volunteered my wife, sat out in the hallway and watched old Mom. I sat next to the other witness, Miss Frazee. So when I wasn't in the courtroom, I was sitting next to Miss Frazee and watching shit go down out in the hallway. So tomorrow is a closure because a woman was killed on my street, literally up the street. If I walk out here and go to the street right there, I can walk straight to Kelsey's house. You didn't just see me. The reason I was late is because I was 2 blocks from Kelsey's house. Y'all can watch the Facebook video, and I walked down from about 2 blocks away from Kelsey's house straight to my house. And so I live right there. This thing literally ended up in my neighborhood. It was in the neighborhood, right? A neighborhood of about 8,500 people, 75 to 8,500 people at 8,500 feet in the mountains, very quiet town. I just walked down the whole damn block and not one car passed me. And so you understand that a very quiet, very small community in Colorado, a woman went missing on Thanksgiving, vanished. She was in communication with her mother. She was in communication with her brother. She vanished. Not only that, the fiance had the baby. So mom vanishes. Disappears. They have a press conference January 10th. January 6th, maybe January 5th. They announce it January 10th. They have a press conference right up here, right real close, right to the very chambers in which, if I'm elected as a city council member, where I'll sit, the city council chambers, a place that I've spent hours in, place where I've spent many of days sitting at city council. That's how boring my freaking life is. I go to city council meetings in this town. And so if it ain't true crime, it's city council shit. You know, true crime, city council, true crime, city council. City council chambers. This is where they had the press conference. I remember because I got there were 30 freaking cameramen outside. I was like, what the hell? What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? People go missing all the time. People get killed. Why are there 30 freaking cameras outside city council chambers? So I sneak in the back door. I slide in the back door. I come in the back. This is all recorded live on the internet, on Facebook. Everybody in city council knew who I was. I was live on Facebook. The cops were walking in. I was like, what the hell is going on? A woman goes missing. Y'all got a press conference and there's 30 freaking cameras outside. This is the biggest news since the Texas 7. This is the biggest news in town since Walmart came to town. I mean, we're talking about an industry where, like, the largest industry in town is a 300-pound Avon lady. And so, like, when something like this happens, shoot, this is news, national news. I looked around and was like, this is going to be on every damn channel tomorrow. And it woke the world up. I don't know what happened. I already had a social media little thing, and all of a sudden I was looking into this case. I didn't look into true crime. What the hell? Murder? A murder in Woodland Park? What the hell's going on? A missing woman? Why are y'all making a big deal about this? By the time that they had done the press conference, listen, by the time they had done the press conference, they knew the phones had been pinging all the way to freaking Idaho. They already knew about KK. KK was already on the list. They did the press conference on the 10th. On the 14th, they called KK. Guess where KK was on the 14th? Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada, kicking it, having me a little part. I'm at the damn rodeo. Man, I think I'm off on my dates. They called KK on the 5th. They called her. They were at her house on the 14th. They had her in Colorado Springs on the 21st. Check me on my dates. I don't even give a shit. I'm telling you, this girl was at the rodeo 4 or 5 days after she helped clean up a murder. Then she was at her house. She said, I need to speak to a lawyer. On the next thing, she was down in Colorado Springs. She done had the ink signed. The ink was still wet. They had the deal, the Constitution. It was as wet as the Constitution. She signed a deal with the feather and ink and was like, I am not going to jail. You got me for messing with the cell phone. By the 21st, they arrested Patrick Frazee. They convicted him of murder in the first degree. Hey, you think it's strategic or you think it's by pretend that today we got notice he's appealing his murder decision? You think that's by accident? I don't think so. You think it's by accident that today they released this? I don't know, but I know this one dude about 2 weeks ago. You can check the Facebook record. You can check the YouTube record. 2-3 weeks ago, I told you guys the appeal. My camera just went out. Yeah, the microphone is still on. The camera went out. You have thank you. Thank you. Oh, we're breaking shit around here. God, I'm getting excited. Welcome to Dad with a Phone. KK gets sentenced tomorrow. If this live is still going, it's brilliant because I just made a mess. I just blew stuff out, dropped candles, dropped some stuff. Drop splashed. But my microphone might still be working, so y'all might be hearing all of this. Whoa, there goes the camera. Are we back? Did we make it back live? Oh, man, I got excited. Slow down. Slow down, Dad, with the phone. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Hello. Charge all the batteries tomorrow. We can hear you. Yeah, I know. Y'all can hear me.
Ouch.
Y'all can't see me, though, can y'all? Oh, we're back. We're back live. Charge the batteries.
Horrible fresh thing happened in the state today, just so you know.
What happened? What happened?
Beautiful mama showed up in Estes Park in the National Forest.
My wife just informed me of a new case right here in Colorado. That doesn't sound right. So we have a Colorado Springs mother with
rolled up to Estes Park.
So Estes. So let me lay this out for you. Colorado Springs to Estes Park, about a 4-hour drive.
4 hours? 3
hour and a half to Denver. Another 2.5 hours through Boulder. You've never been through traffic. I've done more weddings in Estes Park. Estes Park, 3.5 hours, 3 hours away. What happened? She rolls up into Rocky Mountain National Park. A mom.
From Colorado.
Wait. Where are you getting this info?
From the news.
Okay.
World Wide Web.
All right.
Mom found in Rocky Mountain
National Park.
Estes Park.
Uh-huh.
on a specific trail,
Gotcha.
found with gunshot wounds to herself.
Suicide,
Suicide murder.
a murder suicide.
Yep. Her
How-
18-month-old child.
18-month-old child.
Herself also. She's also pregnant.
And she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't seem fishy at all. Like a mom, 18-month-old with a baby, she's thinking about nesting. She's thinking about getting her house in order. She's not thinking about going into the middle of the woods during a winter storm and show up suicided with babies. We're going to have to look into that one. Yeah. I don't even know the name. Somebody can Google that shit. Nikki just told me that.
January 27th.
Just look up January 27th, Rocky Mountain National Park. You can probably find the details on that. We'll look into that. That's crazy. Colorado's
She just announced her pregnancy on social media.
Yeah. She somebody killed her. Her boyfriend, somebody killed her. So Colorado Springs mom has an 18-month-old and is pregnant, shows up in Rocky Mountain National Park, suicided and killed. So but she had just announced it all on social media. I'm pregnant. I got a new baby coming. You know, a lot of people don't know this. Zane and Isley are just 15 months apart. And so they're super close. And so an 18-month-old and a woman that's pregnant, you ain't going up in the Rocky. Foul play. Can I yell foul play? Can I say, please don't be trying to tell me no hypothermia shit? In January.
Of the year.
So, oh my gosh. I don't even want to know. Marcy says I'm signing off. Peace. Hey, tomorrow, 9:00.
Probably 8.
Oh, no. We'll probably start around 6.
Yeah.
Maybe 5. Y'all might not even see you.
Hot, KK?
Yeah, if we're going to get KK is going to show up at court at 8 a.m., between 8 a.m. and 9, right? She's going to have this little window because the doors open at 8. She has to be at court at 9, but she don't want to show up too early. So she's going to roll in at 8:45. They're going to be cruising around. She's at an Airbnb tonight probably, or she's at the hotel in Cripple Creek. Check this out. Snowing outside. It's got that, it's white, wintry snow, slippery. The media is going to have problems getting there. It's going to be crazy. So down with the phone, hashtag find us on YouTube. Nikki trying to wrap me up real quick. I ain't even done yet. Spill a drink and it's over with. I got to read some chats. D-Wop, have a hottie toddy so you don't miss it. Hello from Australia, Steve. I'm glad you tuned in. The other best reporter, he's in Milwaukee. Sam is gone. It's not going to be the same without Sam there. I am going to tell you that. Sam, if you're watching tonight, don't worry, man. I'm going to do you proud. I'm going to cover the KK case. Ryan, if you need something, you let me know. I'm going to have the best footage, Ryan, since Sam ain't there.
Sorry.
Why you keep kicking my camera?
Liquids.
All right, liquids. So, look, they can see you in the reflection. You're picking your nose.
What's in my nose? In my mouth. Those chips.
Picking your nose.
No.
Is Australia still there? The way they make it sound here is like in proportion to everything else, like Australia, the whole damn continent's on fire. But I never trust social media. I never trust traditional medias. I need to know from my peeps in Australia, because people right here telling me they're from Australia. Be careful driving in the AM, you and the missus. Sam the man, my fanboy Sam. Sam is here in Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Channel 6. You boys at Channel 6 don't even know what y'all are sitting on. Y'all got like the next, and y'all don't even know it yet. Hashtag Mystic Mac on that one. Watch. I bet someday Sam Kramer hosts Dateline. Who wants to take that bet? Who's taking that bet with me? Bet against me or not? Sam Kramer hosts a Dateline before he retires. Take that bet. I bet he does. I bet he does. I know what's up in chat. Man, the Patrick Frazee case literally changed a lot of people's lives. Mine. I knew nothing of. If I would have joined the true crime world 4 months earlier, can y'all imagine Dad with a phone on the Chris Watts case? I would have gone, right? I would have slaughtered that. I'm like 10 minutes. I'm 2 hours from where Chris Watts, right? But I missed it. I missed the Chris Watts. Patrick Frazee is the introduction to me into true crime. Did I watch Netflix? Yeah, I watched Making a Murderer. Yeah, I watched this one or that one. But to actually get into the true crime world, Patrick Frazee came down the street. Krystal Lee Kinney came down the street. Krystal Lee Kinney parked at the Cultural Center. She parked in the library parking lot where my kids go to the library. She walked up the street. She helped clean up a murder. And you know what? She helped burn a body. She helped get rid of the evidence. She burned the Bible. She burned burning the Bible. You should do 50 years for. You know what? There's this funny joke. But I ain't going to tell it to you. But it's about burning the Bible. Y'all remind me one day. I'm going to tell y'all that joke. How did you and Nikki like you? How did you and Nikki? Are you trying to say how did Nikki like me?
How?
It's because I'm half black. My half black comment. That wasn't a racist comment. Rest in peace. I'm half black. My one of my sisters married the whitest man on the planet. Guaranteed. One of my sisters married the whitest man on the planet. My other sister, the blackest man on the planet. Guarantee it. The blackest man on the planet. I got one white brother, one black brother. That kind of makes me half black. So there you go. My daughter just walked in. Tapping jazz. The show you on Netflix. You have a future in true crime. I don't know if there's a future in true crime. Y'all know who called me last night? The first guy who brought me on as who introduced me. Y'all know who introduced me into the true crime world? None other than Oni from True Crime and Gossip. And that dude called me last night. What? I have an hour long. If you were on last night, you heard a very small section of a call from Oni. And Oni's the one who brought me into the true crime community. If you're in the true crime community, my wife didn't even know about this. My wife didn't even know about this.
Michael?
My wife didn't even know about this. And
I
so
none of this.
I have it all recorded. I have the whole conversation recorded.
You talked to him
for an hour. But anyway, Oni's the first true crime. Oh my goodness. She just listen. She's going to get me kicked off YouTube. She got to go. You're going to get me kicked off YouTube.
Get in trouble.
Because when I'm talking about the true crime and murder stuff, I can't have children in it. I love you though. Oh, give me. Teeth. I'll take a kiss though.
No, I still eat it.
You're still eating. Okay. I love you. You show me your dance moves later. Okay.
But Mom, when I try kick jump slide.
Kick jump slide.
Goes like.
All right, nice. Get out of here, girl.
I love you. Yes.
If you do.
Oh, I love my children's.
After you do it slow, you do it fast.
Okay. Show me later.
It's crazy.
Okay? I just want.
Oh yeah.
Super duper. Super duper.
This is the problem. The magnets right here. When I bring the magnet over, the magnet, like the children come magnet to the mom.
Mom is talking to dad.
Go put her in bed and then come back. I love you. See my little
breath.
kid throw me off.
breath.
Oni.
Oh, where's that
Oni. Oni was on the phone with me. Oni's the first dude to ever bring me into the true crime world. So I remember I'm on Facebook, right? All of a sudden I got a message from Oni and he says, "Hey man, I got this true crime channel on Facebook. Can I stream, or on YouTube, can I stream your Facebook lives?" Like we were streaming you from the Grange. And so like, there you go. That's how Dad with the Phone came into the true crime community. I already had a Facebook community and a Facebook page that was already covering stuff around Woodland Park. I had like 16,000, it's like 13,000 followers on the Facebook following me doing stuff around town. But then Oni invited me in. Oni called me last night. I got an hour long with Oni. If you missed that shit, you missed it. But I got the recording for a rainy day. When I run out of content and I just, like one day when I wake up and I'm like, I think it's time to start a drama channel. Hey, let's start it with the Oni call. Play. What am I going to do next? Oh, let's start it with this call. Play. I don't know. If I was into drama, I would play Oni's call. If you missed it, you lucked out. It was great. Did he try to sell you a cigarette scented candle? He did mention candles. Did he try to? He did mention. Yes. Why did you delete? I didn't delete. I don't dirty delete. I made it private. It's a private conversation. Oh, you mean last night's? Oh, last night's I only gave little segments. It was like a late night. It was like, if I'm going to do a late night video that's going to be more about drama and the drama of the drama, then I'll probably just be like, if you're it's like live television, right? You used to watch live television. You couldn't be like, oh shit, I went back. I want to see it again. You got to hit that notification button, kids. You got to hit that subscribe button. If you're not getting if my shit ain't waking you up in the middle of the night, if I wake you up in the middle of the night, it's a show you don't want to miss. I can tell you that much. If you get a notification at like 12:30 and you're like, I'm going to bed, honey. Dad with the Phone notification, 12:30. If you put that down, you may never see that video again. That's all I can say. And last night, I gave some people a sneak peek into something coming. One, I talked to Mindy Lee. I talked to Mindy Lee's lover. I talked to one of Mindy Lee's lovers. One of Mindy Lee's first. Mindy Lee's has a older daughter and a younger daughter. Her older daughter's father I talked to. So like, I don't know what they weren't married. They're not boyfriend and girlfriend, but it's the older daughter's father. They dated during that time. And so he's obviously, he told me, he's like, Mindy was one of it was like his first love. And he told me the story of how he met Mindy and when they had, their daughter together. And then he gave me the story of what happened when everything went down, and as him coming out, he moved out here and he was looking into stuff, and he was at the house when I had Psychic Lisa on the podcast. He was at the house. And so my teenage son just walked in. What time is it? 8. It's all right. Out to the movies with the girls. Gotta watch out for that one. Long hair and all, but already taking the girls out to the movies on a weekday, on a Monday. Are you taking the girls out on a Monday? So that was sweet. I got that phone call in yesterday. Had a phone call with the legendary True Crime and Gossip. Doesn't have a YouTube channel anymore. Called the cops on himself. Try to blame it on someone else. What else did he do? I don't know. Only all in 1 year. Shit. Met the guy, did some true crime and gossip with him. Next thing you know, he's calling the cops on himself. He's calling the cops on other people. Shit, I don't know. Then he called me last night. He had to get a conversation. And with that, it was like a reunion. It was almost like a reunion because it was probably right around the 26th, 27th. With me, damn, I should have asked him if he had access to the original show. Damn it. I got his number now, though. I'm going to have to call him up and see if he has. Let me call Oni up real quick. I'm going to call him right now. Not because I want to get into gossip. I want to see if he'll answer my call, one. And two, I want to see if he still has access to that original show. Let's see. Oh, when was it? It was yesterday. Late last night. Beverly Hills. He called me from Beverly Hills. He probably won't answer. Most likely he's probably not going to answer.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 310.
No. I'm not going to dox him. I tried, kids. I was going to call Oni up and find out where I could get that original. I really would like that first original podcast I did with him. Maybe he still has access. Jay don't have access. So anyway, Oni called me last night. I don't know why I got there, but Oni was one of the very first people that I talked to about the Patrick Frazee case. So there you go. Swatter himself, Mr. Swatter himself. I didn't delete nothing. Don't be asking if I deleted it. It's all there. He's watching you. Oni, are you in here? Oni, pick up the damn phone. I just want to know where that original. I wasn't gonna out you or nothing. I just want to know where the original podcast I did with you. That's some legendary shit, man. That's history. I mean, like they didn't let us take cameras into the courthouse after the first time. And they were streaming that, and we did podcasts over that. So I really would love to know my original thoughts. I can only go back so far to the whole Woodland Park Underground and Woodland Park, our Dad with the Phone stuff. But that first stuff that I did with Oni was some of that first podcast and stuff. So for me, it's kind of nostalgic. I'd love to listen to it. Probably on the shitter on the other line with 911 dispatch. I know. I'm giving him a hard time. And listen, I asked him about all that, by the way. He called me about some other stuff, and I was like, hey, bro, why'd you call the cops on yourself, bro? You could have got yourself killed. Why'd you call the cops on yourself? And he gives me a long old political answer. So maybe one day I'll play that. Maybe when he sees this, he'll answer and give it to you. I know, hopefully. He'll be on Facebook. He's lurking. He's lurking. Hey, lurking. Hey, have you heard from Drama Deb? I haven't. I bet she'll be there tomorrow. She was at the other one. I bet Deb shows up at tomorrow. She's been pretty faithful to following that through, so I wouldn't no phones allowed. No. In court, but probably Facebook. No phones allowed at all. So here's the deal. There is some violation. There's some actually constitutional violations going on. I'm not going to argue that stuff tomorrow. That stuff will get brought up later. So they're allowing media, if you have media credentials issued by the city or the county of Teller County, you can have, if you have media credentials, you can use your cell phone to take notes. You can have laptops to take notes, iPads to take notes. If you're general public, you cannot have your cell phone on, you can't tweet, you can't do nothing. And so what they're trying to do is they're literally giving more rights to the media than the general public. And the Constitution is very, very clear on how the open court is supposed to work. And the media, although they are a representation of the open court, the general public, if the media can use their cell phones to take notes, so should the general public be able to. But they're violating those rights here in Teller County, and there are people looking into that. Don't think screw the YouTube guy, screw the social media guy. There are real people looking into what's happening during this actually particular case. For a judge to issue an order that says a normal Joe Blow media can use a cell phone to take notes, but Joe Blow public can't use a cell phone to take notes. And if he does, he'll be in violation and could be held in contempt of court and thrown in jail for up to 99 days. And so, needless to say, dad with the phone will leave his phone in the fucking car. So they ain't throwing me in jail for contempt on some BS. And so no phones allowed in the courtroom. That's not how no phones are allowed in the courtroom. The media can use their phones. The public cannot. You citizens, you public. So I'm telling you right now that if they were to ban cell phones altogether and say, hey, laptops are allowed, right? They allow media to bring a laptop in and type on a laptop. But they won't allow the public to bring a laptop in and type on a laptop. And so they are rewriting the rules of the courtroom. And when you rewrite the rules of the courtroom, there are entities around the world that don't play, or there are entities around the U.S. that don't like that. And so when you do that in a small community like Teller County, look, Teller County is being sued by the ACLU on all kinds of stuff right now. The ACLU is going to sit around and be like, shit, they violated that. Let's get them on that. Let's get them on that. So it's a bad thing for Teller County. They should ban all electronics. They shouldn't let any electronics in. They shouldn't let the media to have laptops, the media to have cell phones. If you're going to ban it, ban it. Ban it. Paper and freaking ink, bro. Have an ink cartridge and a feather and let me write in ink and feather if that's what you want to do. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Nevertheless, we can't influence a jury. The jury is not going to be influenced by a tweet. There is no jury. There is no jury when it comes to Krystal Lee Kinney's sentencing. So the only person that's going to be influenced is the judge. So what you're doing is violating the rights of the general public to an open court. I could care less because I'll walk outside and do a live video across the street and you guys will watch because you guys know I tell the best story. The bastards, We'll have feather and ink. We're going to have some feather and ink. Oh, yeah. Damn it. Diagnosed with the photographic memory of everything I hear. Shoot. If the judge says it, I can quote it. Tune in tomorrow night. Tomorrow. I got tomorrow night, too. Tomorrow night, we got a host coming on. Had to postpone my Thursday night because I got a special date with the number one lady. Turning a big, I better not tell her age, 25. But the media and public. But that's media and public. No, the media can have it. The media can have cell phones. They can text cell phone. They can do whatever they want. They're trying to control the narrative so you, the public, don't have a right to an open court. That's the only explanation to banning the general public from using cell phones. So the general public is banned. The media is not. This is literally what we call the Hunger Game times. Remember the Hunger Games, like how they control the media, the general public, different districts. District 11, Court District 11, Judicial District 4, the 4th Judicial District, Courtroom District 11, we, the 4th Judicial District, decide that the public is under the media. The media gets more access to the courtroom than the public. This is what we're seeing happen. It's confusing, but it's really not. So yeah, you might as well just shut your shit down tomorrow. You might as well not do nothing in the morning because you're going to want to follow Dad with the phone and find out what happened. Tomorrow evening, got a special co-host coming on. We'll probably talk true crime. We'll probably talk the Krystal Lee Kinney sentencing. The one good thing is I'm not a witness in this case. So they shouldn't be able to ban me from court, but you never know. Like they ban cell phones, they may just be like, ban Dalton, ban him, ban him, ban him. Dad with the phone's here. Roger, Dad with the phone has just walked in the building. Dad with the phone's here. Oh yeah, ban him. If it's up to certain corporals and certain commanders, those commanders would they hate to see me there. They be watching right now. Dispatch is hey, dispatch ladies. I know some of the dispatch ladies are underground fans. They my biggest fans. I done traced the IP addresses of some of y'all, and I'm telling you, dispatch. I be watching you. Dispatch. VPN don't work worth the shit when you're on peak internet. Peak internet, closed circuit. Peak. Thank you for all the VPN information you supply. What else we got? Council member D-Wop in the house. Today was verification day. Follow me on TikTok for my campaign updates. And I had a pretty cool meeting with a guy who gave me some encouragement, gave me some cool information, talked to me about some things, but really the encouragement was where it was at. It was like, hey bro, let's talk. So I'm excited, but politics are dirty, man. Politics are some dirty shit, bro. They will come after you. That's one thing he told my wife. He was like, Nikki, you know what you're getting signed up for? Did he think about this? Oh, man. I ain't got to think about love in Woodland Park. The last thing I got to think about in my life is love in Woodland Park. That's almost like a damn given. So love in Woodland Park, if I got to sit on some city council for a minute, man, that's how boring my life is. Who the hell goes to city council meeting? Right now, 200 folks watching all over the world. Do you go to your city council meetings? Very few people go to city council meetings. I've tried to go to my fair share. I've been skipping some, but the cool thing is they got them online now. And so I can watch them online. So I encourage people to watch their own city council or encourage your city council to put that shit on YouTube. Laugh out loud. Trace the IP addresses. He's a damn dispatch. Y'all piecing out to the dispatch ladies right now. That one's worth the throw up right there. Peace, dispatch ladies. I love it. They're going to love that shout out. Right now, they're laughing some shit up right now. I promise you, Woodland Park watches every video I put out. Teller County watches every video. Guaranteed viewership. Krystal, what do we need to know? Did she commit murder? Yes. Is she getting sentenced on murder? No. Listen, I have said this 100 times over. If you were to steal my cell phone, all right, my cell phone, if you took my cell phone, you took it over to the Woodland Park pawn shop that's 2 blocks away. You stole my cell phone and you sold it to the pawn shop for $50, $75. Hey, I got this iPhone 11. You want to buy this iPhone 11 for $75? If the pawnbroker buys that and it turns out it's a stolen piece of goods, you have committed more of a crime by defrauding a loan shark than what Krystal Lee Kinney did. She committed they gave her a 6th-degree felony, not committed. She committed murder. They gave her a 6th-degree felony. That's less of a felony than if you were to give a stolen cell phone to Woodland Park Pawn Shop for $50. You have defrauded a pawnbroker, and you have committed a 6th-degree, a 5th-degree felony, more of a felony than Krystal Lee Kinney did when she helped murder Kelsey Berreth. That's the joke. The problem is that's real life. And tomorrow, no matter what happens, no matter the outcome, whether Judge Sales can legally put on the aggravated and give her 3 maximum years in prison, whether he can do that or not, something's freaking broken. Because that woman helped commit murder. And you gave her, Dan May, you did great by Patrick. Although that son bitch is appealing, I need to get to that, but I'll talk to you in a second. It's not by accident. Dan May, I don't know. You need to do one of them. You need to do one of those things. What you did at Patrick's things when you talked about the blows, whatever you did in front of the jury, you need to do that in front of the judge tomorrow. Pull out all that acting that you got, all them years of experience, whatever you got to do. Get up there and tell him you made a deal with the devil and you want to take it back. See if the judge who sits on the seat in the courtroom of the United States of America, the 4th Judicial District, see if that judge has more power than the devil. Tell him you made a deal with the devil and you want to take it back. Say, Judge, I want to take it back. Judge, we fudged up. Let me take it back. She messed up. Let me take it back. Listen to Mom. She messed up. Take it back. I don't even care. Like, you let enough innocent people, you've let enough guilty people off. You've taken enough innocent people to jail. Screw the system. Just tell them you want to take the deal back. Damn, man. Say, we want to take the deal back. That ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. It's not how it works. It's not how we've written the system. It's not how it's broken. It never breaks to put the guilty in jail and let the innocent walk. It always breaks. Innocent go to jail, guilty walk. It always breaks the opposite. She get the high dollar lawyer, she gets to walk. Patrick get the public pretender, 156 plus life. What if she actually did it? Listen, Patrick Frazee need to go to jail forever. He need to go to jail forever. Forever. Eternity. I hope he don't ever meet Jesus. But maybe he meet Jesus. I don't know. Because if he don't meet Jesus, I don't know if I can meet Jesus. So if Jesus is real, I don't know what you do with Patrick Frazee, but I sure am glad there's a hell still, right? I sure am glad there's a hell when you think about the story that Krystal Lee Kinney tells. Blindfold an innocent woman who loves you, who hours before you kill her is literally running around in the middle of the night, driving up and down some of the most dangerous roads in this country. The strip between Divide, Colorado and Florissant, Colorado is one of the most dangerous roads you can ever drive. Wildlife, curves, ice, slippery, slidey. Elk will run out in front of you, kill you instantly. This woman who's driving some of the most dangerous roads in the country to give you a little medicine for your stomach ache that's probably not even a stomach ache. Then you kill her hours later. Damn, I hope you don't even make it to the appeal. I hope the boys down in Arkansas Valley Correctional Facility correct a wrong in the Darwin area. The world, I don't know. We are all just a section away from committing murder or being murdered. It's really the truth. We're like a little thin veil. Like a little thin veil separates us from either committing murder or being murdered. Really is. The choice of someone else. You know, the choice of Krystal Lee Kinney to come down 14 hours, lie to her aunt, go out and see a horse trailer, have a little plotting time with Patrick out at Evergreen Station. So you didn't know that happened, right? Yeah, well, Patrick Frazee, halfway between Guffey, Colorado and Florissant, Colorado, met with old Krystal Lee. They had a little discussion. Why don't you go get a Starbucks? Get you an upside down cappuccino. Caramel macchiato. Get that thing upside down, add a little ambient, put some drugs in it. Stroll over to the cultural center, walk up the hill, knock on the door, give her the coffee. What if she actually did that? Oh, wait, she did. Kelsey verified it. Kelsey told the story. What if Kelsey just didn't drink the coffee? See, that's something we don't hear. Kelsey didn't. She's had a crazy woman. Bring some coffee. She threw that shit away. What if it was poisoned and it just didn't work? And so she tells this story that I couldn't poison it. Yeah. Sounds a little bit more like this heifer from Idaho. KK. Second most hated woman in America. First one's MF-er.
Say that though. Or did Kelsey, as a people pleaser, take a sip right in front of KK?
Nah.
Such things.
She didn't drink that coffee. No, it was weird. She didn't know. That's what she told her. That's what she told her friends at DOS. She told them. She didn't know. She never know. She didn't drink that shit. She knew what was up. The reason Kelsey didn't get killed, but she told this story. She tells this story to her strange woman, brought some coffee by, and I never met her. She said, I'm dog, but what? I don't know what she the hell. I think they said she didn't drink it.
I don't know. I bring my neighbors shit all the time, and they eat it right in front of me.
Yeah, but you have dinner.
I bring muffins.
But it's different, right? First of all, Kelsey didn't know very many. I mean, she knew a few of her neighbors. I've met two people. Hello?
Hello. Hey, baby.
Ooh, we got us a lively one tonight,
Sorry
do we?
to bother you. The name's Putin.
This is one of those recordings. This is one of those recordings. I want to listen to the recording. This is a Peyton, Colorado call. Oh, listen, this is a recording, guys.
Some of my chocolate pudding. You know what I'm saying?
This is a recording. It's a recording. It's a great one.
I've been on the road for about 3 weeks, and I really just need to let loose.
This is a recording, guys. I got one of these phone calls before, and I actually talked to the dude for like 3 seconds.
The liquor store and get us something good. Then I'll head your way.
These are like it's gonna be like, you got a call from prank call number 1. You there, buddy? Don't go away on me.
We'll see you soon, honey.
Listen, honey. Okay, let's hear it. It's gonna be like, you just got a prank call from prank call. Oh, that's it? I will see you soon, honey. I will see you soon, honey. Is that the best? I just got a prank call, guys. Did Oni just call me? It's one of them. I wish I could get one of them recorders. The last time I got this, I was coming actually back from Florissant, Colorado, answered it, and I was like, hey, what's up? And they were like, hey, remember? And they kind of got me a little bit. But I knew this one was a recording right away. I'm just glad he wasn't even vulgar. He was just like, I'll see you soon, honey. My prank calls have gone up, man. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. Back in the day, y'all don't know nothing about prank calls. Nothing. When I was a teenager, we invented that shit. That was what we did for a pastime. There were no chat room. We prank called people. We prank call our friends. We prank call our teachers. We prank call everybody. So when someone prank calls dad with a phone, I look at that and be like, bro, I was prank calling before AT&T cell phone. I was prank calling before Steve Jobs even envisioned the iPhone. Back when you had to rotary dial that shit. When we were at my grandma's house and my mama's house in Big Spring, Colorado, we get bored. We go in the back room. All we did during Christmas, we prank call people. In Big Spring, they had yellow pages, so you just go through the yellow pages and find people's numbers, and you had their name, and so you had their name and their number. So a prank call for me is like, it's almost like retribution. Like, yeah, me, my sisters, me, my Uncle Nathan. I mean, I remember prank calling people when I was 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, maybe. Like crazy prank calling, like, hey, Susie. Yeah, Susie, we're down at the Baptist church. And, like we would just make up stuff. Like we would make up because we knew the area. We had their name. We had their number, the yellow page, the white pages or whatever. Prank call. You prank call me nowadays? Come on. We like made shit up in prank calls. Man, that got me all happed up. I was like, yeah, we're on the right track. We got the haters watching tonight. Can I get another one? Those things cost money. They had to spend money to prank call me right there because that didn't even have the free ad at the end. Most of the time they have a free ad at the end. All right, what's y'all running? Is your fridge running? No, that's my aquarium running. Yeah, it's got about 2 inches from the top down. Somebody said, "Is your fridge?" Somebody said, "Is your fridge running?" No. You better go catch it. Oh man, used to prank call. Is your fridge running too? That's funny. Sam has the right name for it. What's Sam? Crap. D-Wop ain't no cheap date. What? What is that? A cheap date. Hey, yo, I want to talk to you. Can you get a little bit more? Oh, should we do a call in? Should I let a call in? Dispatch. Hey, dispatch ladies. I didn't realize I left that up there for so long. Hey, dispatch ladies, let's create a banner. Let's see who we can get to call in the night before. Oh, the sentencing. Okay, check this out. So today, Patrick Frazee. Now, you guys already, if you watch Dad with the Phone, I done told y'all weeks ago that Patrick had already had the appeals process in the works. But today, the eve before KK sentencing, the news breaks. Breaking news, Patrick Frazee has put in a motion for appeal. He has put in notification that he will be appealing the murder charge. You think this is by accident? Now, this is why they hate Dad with the Phone. When I released that, they hated it because they know that they can't go backwards, right? They know that the information is out there. It just depends. Will the media pick it up? The media, listen, you can look at the motion when it's dated. They didn't turn that in today. They released the information today. There's a big difference. It's kind of almost like KK didn't just tamper with the phone. She did a lot of other stuff, but all they charged her with was with the phone. KK tampered with the phone. No, she did a lot of other stuff. They didn't just file, hey, we're going to be filing appeals. They did that weeks ago. They released it to the public. Hey, sit on this until the day before KK goes to sentencing. There is a reason for that. One, it fits in the media cycle, right? Today we talk about Patrick. Tomorrow we talk about KK. The next day we talk about Patrick and KK. There is a media cycle that's going to roll in that. You're going to watch it roll. It continues to roll. There's strategic plays that are happening right now in those appeals process. And so I talked a lot about those appeals processes earlier. This is not about guilt or innocence. Take guilt or innocence out the door. When you talk about the appeal that Patrick Frazee is going to file, it has nothing to do with guilt or innocence. Leave all of that shit out the window, both windows. Whatever window you want to chunk it out the window. The appeals process has to do with the letter of the law. Did they follow the letter of the law in arresting, in getting the warrants, in the searches, in the way that they handled the court system, in the way that his defense was handled, in the information that we flowed through and to him when we withheld his arrest affidavit? Did we break the letter of the law? When we did this, did we break the letter of the law? When we added a late witness, a jailhouse witness, when we added, was the letter of the law followed in the Patrick Frazee case? This is what the appeals process is all about. And so I can tell you a few things. One, if it was up to Woodland Park Police Department, I would say we are screwed. Screwed. I have it on very firsthand account that officers will lie on reports. They will say things on reports. They will forget things on stands. They will go. So if we had to leave it up to Woodland Park PD, we would be screwed. Good thing Greg Slater from CBI was around, because this is a different story. Greg Slater from CBI handled KK's stuff. Greg Slater from CBI handled the stuff out in Teller County, out at the Frazee house, out at the Nash Ranch. And so now if we had to leave it to Veman on the DA side of things, I would say, oh shit, we're screwed. But Dan May happened to be around. Dan May was like, you know what? This is my last year in office. I'm not going to let y'all screw this Patrick Frazee case up. So Dan May was listen, when this whole thing started, I was talking to lawyers down in Colorado Springs, down in Teller County. I was saying, Dan May is at the court. They're like, Dan May doesn't try shit anymore. He don't go to court anymore. He don't argue shit anymore. Dan May came out of retirement. He pulled the Floyd Mayweather and was like, $100 million day, Patrick Frazee, I'm coming out of retirement. And so Dan May was in the courtroom throughout the entire process of Patrick. He is not in every courtroom with murder cases and murder trials. Dan May came out of retirement for the Patrick Frazee case. And that's something, when it comes to the appeals process, to be very, very, very happy about, because he oversaw everything. So when Patrick Frazee says, oh, I'm going to just throw up an appeals, bro, you're pulling it against one of the most veteran DAs in the business. What you got right there?
Someone's been keeping warm for you.
Oh, I'm out of here. Thanks for joining Dad with a Phone tonight. Hey, tomorrow, early morning, join Dad with a Phone, Mrs. Underground, as we head to Cripple Creek, Colorado for the sentencing of Krystal, Lee Kinney. I got a million names. KK, second most hated woman in America, next to MF out of Austin. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I got a beautiful wife wearing a beautiful hoodie, giving me the peace symbol. Hope you all have enjoyed tonight. Hey, Dan May's on the case. Don't you worry. KK, here's my prediction. I gotta give you the permit. I gotta give the prediction.
She's wearing a long ugly skirt and sweater.
Okay.
Are we going?
Here it is. Here it is.
But a little bit.
Does she have extensions in? Will she have extension?
Does she have a long skirt and sweater?
Will it be long skirt and sweater?
You do long flowing.
Does she come with her bags packed for prison?
Yes.
Did she travel light to Colorado? Here's the big thing. What do you want to know? I am going to go out on a limb. This is not going to be a popular decision. I think that it's going to be hard for them to add the aggravated onto her charge. I think it's going to be hard for them. I hope Judge Sales finds the wisdom and the legality to add the aggravated, because you have to understand, she has been charged with one single count of tampering with a cell phone. It has nothing to do with murder, has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with baseball bats, candles, burning, Bibles, nothing. She has been charged with one single count of tampering with a cell phone. If she did not destroy that cell phone in Kelsey's house, then it's going to be hard to check the aggravated on that single count. We know, because it's testified in court, she destroyed that cell phone in Idaho. So unless, God willing, the judge finds a legal reason to check the aggravated mark, it's going to be hard to add that onto her charge. That does not mean he can sentence her to the maximum sentence of 15 to 18 months in prison, and she may do 6 months. She may do a year. He can still give her prison time. But to get that maximum 3 years, which then she has to serve no less than a year and a half. If he gives her the maximum of 3 years in prison, she will not be eligible for parole until a year and a half into her sentence at minimum. At minimum. And then after that, he can add on stuff and say, okay, I want to give her 2 years. She has to do his minimum of 2 years. But even if he doesn't put a recommendation in for a minimum sentence, if he adds the aggravated charge says that they have to get at least no less than half the maximum time. Half the maximum time of 3 years would be a year and a half. She would have to be given at least a year and a half in the state penitentiary. And so if that aggravated charge can get added, I don't think it can. I hope it does. That's my prediction. I don't think it can. I hope I am wrong. I hope the judge has some sort of wisdom beyond my years and my understanding of what I've read in the law and my understanding of what lawyers have said to me and my understanding of discussions with people who have been following this case. The problem is her charges are so very, very specific. It's not tampering with a dead body. It's not tampering with a corpse. It's not it's tampering, one count, with a cell phone. That's it. That's it. And so they have to be able to add that aggravated charge onto that. And the way that that is written, it makes it sound like that the fact that if they were going to add that, she would have had to destroy that phone in there. So there it is.
What this tells you is that if you, for whatever reason, have beef with the person, the situation, something crazy goes down, you should call the cops. Is what I've learned from this entire situation. You should. You just got to report things and say things and make
What are you
a big
talking
deal.
about? Well, if somebody says you to kill someone, yes.
Yeah. Like even with this, she has like one little charge, and like people knew things about her, and
oh yeah, this whole thing's messed up, but that's because
charge, and there's like multiple situations
because she had
groups are talking about.
She had a high dollar. She had a high dollar lawyer out of Denver. Here's the deal. The truth is, Patrick Frazee was one blonde heifer away from getting away with murder. If he had not included her in the murder, he walks. He's gone. He's gone. No, they don't have a story. They went to her and was like, we know some shit went down. It doesn't matter. They know some phones pinged, but they don't have an answer for that. That could have been Kelsey. That could have been. So, no, they didn't arrest Patrick. They searched his house on the 14th through the 16th. They couldn't get him. They went to her and said, hey, girl, you got to talk to us. And they said on the 14th, when they went to her, you got to talk to us. She said, I'll be down there to talk to you on the 20th. She came down on the 20th. She said, sign. Give me the John Hancock. Here's the deal. I don't do this. I don't do that. I played with a phone. I tampered. Okay, we'll sign that. Tell us what happened. She spills it. They now got a story that backs the cell phones, that backs the video footage. Shit. They didn't know what the hell had happened. They didn't know. They knew something went down. They knew they had some steel frames. But listen, this is a man who's got a baby with. There's so many variables, right? Alibi drive. Krystal Lee Kinney's not in the equation. He didn't have to kill all them other people. He should have never made out that hit list in jail. He should have just wrote, Krystal Lee Kinney. I don't need you to kill 20 people. I need you to kill one person, because Dan May said it himself. We made a deal with the devil. Devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soda steal and came upon this boy playing a fiddle and playing it hot. And the girl played the fiddle. She played that fiddle for the devil. And she played it just like they needed them to play it. She played it to a T. She didn't talk to the press. She didn't talk to dad with the phone. She went to a couple of rodeos, went to a little 4th of July parade. Went to a couple of bars in between, but she didn't talk to nobody. Oh yeah, I got pictures of 4th of July. She at the parade chilling.
Later. I thought she went in December.
This is between. No, she made a deal in December. She ain't going back to anything
She was
until
in a parade in December though too.
she was in Vegas in December. 4th of July, she's up in Idaho at the 4th of July parade, kicking it. I got away with murder. She goes to sentencing tomorrow. My prediction, as maximum as he can give her without the aggravated, is my prediction. I hope I am wrong. What's your prediction?
I don't know.
All right, no predictions. We're out. See you guys on the flip side or tomorrow morning.